Hey, First Presbyterian Church, I pray you're being safe and healthy. I'm going to take the mask off because it's easier to hear me. When I preach, I will not be wearing a mask, but when I sing with you all, I will have a mask because I understand that the aerosol from our singing can travel over 14 feet. And as our session has met and prayed and talked to the best medical professionals around, we've heard very clearly that the best thing we can do following the CDC guidelines and the governor's guidelines for houses of worship is to wear a mask when we worship. And so if you don't have a mask, we will provide one to you as you walk into our sanctuary for worship this Sunday at either 8:30 or 11. However, we would encourage you to come a little early if you can. Come at 8 a.m. if you want to come to 8:30 so we can have plenty of time to usher you to your seat, or come at 11 a.m. This video is just to help instruct you to know what to prepare and be ready for as we gather together for corporate worship again. First of all, you can see this sign. If you've had any fever, chills, cough or sore throat, shortness of breath, new loss of taste or smell, any of the symptoms that are common of COVID-19, please stay home. We want you to have a full recovery, and we know you wouldn't want to infect anybody here in our building of worship. Now, as you begin to enter our south door, you will, like I said, be either given a mask, or if you're already wearing a mask, we will just welcome you and glad that you've come in. This door will be open, the south door. And of course, the north entrance will be opened as well. Just the south entrance and the north entrance in order to come on. Come on inside and see what to expect. Again, as you walk in through the north entrance, if you don't have a mask, we will give you a mask, asking you to wear it the entire time that you're in the facility. As you look on the ground, you can see here we have an arrow taped pointing you to go straight to the narthex. Come follow me into the narthex. As you come into the narthex, you can see there's a place for you to wash your hands. We would ask that everyone please clean their hands before they come into our sanctuary. As you come to our sanctuary, based on the size of your party, we will seat you either down the center aisle or the side aisle. If you have a party of 1 to 3 with you, we will seat you down the center aisle. However, if your party is 4 or more, we will seat you down the side. Come follow me. So as you can see, coming down the center aisle, if your party is 1 to 3, an usher will seat you here, where there'll be room for you to sit down and make sure there's more than enough social distancing. We have taped off every other pew to ensure at least 6 feet of distance between each congregant who is worshiping with us on Sunday mornings. You may also notice that there aren't any hymnals or Bibles in the pew racks. It would be very difficult for us to sanitize those in between services, and so we're asking everyone to bring their own Bible. And of course, you can sing the words with us that will be on the wall. Again, if your party is 4 or more, you'll be seated down the side aisle where you can see you'll have half a pew for your entire family to worship with you. Again, all of our pews are separated so that we can ensure 6 feet of distancing between each congregant as we worship God together. So it is imperative, if you can, please come early to either one of our services between 8 and 8:30, or come between 10:30 and 11, so that we have plenty of time to seat everyone and we can all worship God together. As you come into the sanctuary, you can see also in the narthex that we have offering boxes. We will not pass an offering plate to make sure that we don't spread the disease, but if you'd like to make a physical offering before or right after the service, these boxes will be there for you to do so. As you can see, the water fountains have been removed to make sure we don't drink after one another. Of course, this was intended to be replaced with the new water system in the future. But until that happens, we won't be drinking after each other to ensure ultimate social distancing and there is no spread of a disease at a water fountain. And of course, if you have to go to the restroom, we will make sure that there's only one household at a time in a restroom. And you won't have to open the door. We'll have attendants at the doors to do that for you. Once you enter the restroom, please be sure and wash your hands as you leave. And there's a trash can right by the door where you can put your dirty paper towels and use that paper towel to help open the door so that no time do you need to touch the surface of the doors. As you can see, on Sunday mornings, our children's wing will be closed. There won't be any childcare. And of course, we miss our children dearly. We are an intergenerational church and we want all generations to worship together. However, the session recognizes, based on the CDC's recommendations, that it's very difficult for preschoolers, children 5 years and younger, to wear a mask for an entire hour and to maintain 6 feet of social distancing. So we would encourage families with young children, 5 years or younger, to stay home and worship with us online. But all the other children will be welcome to join us in the sanctuary as we gather together to worship God. Now, if you need to use the elevator, we'll have someone here stationed at the elevator to help push the button for you and to make sure that there's only one household at a time in our elevator so that we can maintain 6 feet of social distancing between any household at all times within our building. Now, in the case that we need overflow at either 8:30 or 11 o'clock, people will be ushered into the parlor where we will set up chairs, making sure there's plenty of distance in between each worshiping family, and we will have the service on the wall so that you might worship with us together. Once worship is over, we will ask that you please exit the building in an orderly fashion and as soon as possible. We really can't allow for any congregating in the Great Hall. If you enter through the north door, we'll have you exit through the right side of the north entrance. And of course, if you come through the south door, we would ask you to stay on the right side of the Great Hall as you exit the south door to head back to the parking lot. Now, you're free to congregate and meet and talk in the parking lot, but while we're inside the building, we're going to ask people to maintain that 6 feet of social distancing and spreading out and moving as quickly as possible in and out of the building. Again, we're real excited to have you back in our sanctuary for public worship, but we have to recognize it's going to be a little different. We're going to ask everyone to wear a mask so that we make sure that we are providing as safe a space for worship as possible. And if you have underlying health conditions, or maybe you're elderly and not sure that this is the right time, that's okay. Ecclesiastes tells us there's a time and a season for everything under heaven. This may not be the time for you to join us for corporate worship. Pray about it and see what God is calling you to do. And if you want to stay home, that's okay. You can continue to worship with us online. But no matter where you worship, be sure and wear your red. It's Pentecost Sunday, and we want to celebrate the birth of the church together.